That was a weird. It still hits. Well, that's better. Folks has been using a lot of fun. He doesn't mind it. Better. What you need. First, you have to aim for that elbow. It seems to be.
What's that? Okay. Yeah, just give a sign and that's fine. Wat zei je? Ja? Als ik zo kijk zie ik hem gewoon in mijn ooghoek, dus dat scheelt. Dat is gewoon goed. Oh, I can't go. Okay. That's how you feel. Need to feel no. Also, hi, welcome back. You just got back and didn't kill. Yay. Anyways, first main quest is done.
Light?
EP. Jagd. So now we have done the double main quest. Have his soul, got an extra day, got extra stats, like an extra EP bar. Now we're just going to feed the Chocobo until he's healed, and you can read it.
Alright guys, we have another donation, 20 euros from Shadowfrost. Come on everyone, we gotta beat cancer. And the only way to do that is going fast. And after all, I made many Lumas explode a few hours ago, so there's no going back, so kill the animals. And, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause because we hit 7,500 euros across all BSGs.
Light, I've been measuring your Chocobo's recovery. He's coming along well. He can leap further and higher than... This is an area of twisted rock formations. The bare cliffs stretch for miles around. You'll need the help of a Chocobo if you want to get anywhere in this terrain. Strange to say, but people have built a village out here.
So, now we have just healed the Chocobo. We can just freely roam around. Just fly and come at this place. So there's a city here, like inhabited by heretics. And also the way to the temple. We're just not going to go there yet, because the boss there is too strong for us at the moment. So we're just going to this way and going to the guy with the afro, aka Says. You can read donations.
We have another donation, 10 euros from Streaming Fire. This donation might be 1/10 of Ini's donation, but I'm also 1/10 as old as Ini Kappa. I don't think so, but first time BSG, first time donation. Keep it up.
To recalibrate the time distortion. You are truly one of the few people who dare travel here. This is a terribly desolate place. A graveyard for many wrecked airships. Perhaps this is the result of the wave of destruction that occurred 500 years
So getting
ago.
this item, that if you equip it, you will get an automatic end spell. So just like, I do an attack and there's also an element on it. And with the Water God bracelet, it's not Water element, because for some reason it doesn't exist in 13.2 and Lightning Returns. But the ice spell. Also, on the Chocobo Eater, there was a chance that it could drop Blizzawa. If it dropped Blizzawa, we don't have to pick up that chest, but he didn't drop it. So we have to just go out of our way and pick it up.
You need to return to the Ark at 6 every morning, without question. Remember that, Light.
Yeah, remember that, guys. 6 AM, don't forget.
Is this a downed airship?
Originally. Now it looks as though it...
And here says. So says his son, Dodge. He is more than asleep than anybody in this entire game. And this time he's again asleep. And we have to collect souls. So we have to just
I know, Lightning.
collect all
I was
over
listening
the
too.
place
I'll look into
certain souls for Dodge.
It's difficult to say what exactly is wrong with Dodge.
No, I don't want to climb.
Physically, he seems fine, but I detect no mental activity.
So now
Not
we
even
got,
dreams.
now we have activated Seth's main
It's
quest,
as if he's in a coma.
and we are just going to
He's
enter
just
the.
not in there. I don't even know if the coffer of souls that Lumina gave Saz can really help him. But poor Saz will do anything if it might bring Dodge back.
Ah, there you are.
Even searching for soul fragments.
So now is my favorite day, day 6. It's not my favorite day. Totally not. It's the worst day. You will see soon why. So we're going to just ignore Hope.
Are you doing okay, like...
No, because you were here. Move again. Now we used to go into a little bit of desert quest. So one of the quests that Adonis, that guy that we spoke earlier here, gave us is stop God's wrath, aka use a sandstorm. We have to kill an enemy there, and that was basically it. Just kill the enemy that is there.
A worthy opponent.
So basically use Stagger again. And we can afford an overclock here. And do another blitz because it's good. So now the fun part for everybody is coming. Everybody in the speedrunner community loves it. RNG. And even better, farming for a specific spell.
The bandit gang was watching you from the very beginning. It seems like they were just waiting for the right time to talk to you. So the leader of the binoculars...
So in this
gang
chaos
saw
place,
through your true power.
we have to get that guy. So first they will get safety safe.
It looks Looks like you might
Then-
still have some challenges ahead of you, Light.
Come here. Going to kill and I
Your
hope
luck
he
just
will drop
ran
in
out.
barrel.
Evil has a price.
Ow. Dingus.
Who will be reborn?
Why are you doing the things you do?
Get back to where you belong.
Okay, good. Come on, drop something. Nothing. So now we have to reload the game. So in Chaos Infusion and an enemy spawns there's like a 40% chance to get in peril on that enemy. Outside the Chaos, if you fight an enemy, it's like 20. So it's just ideal to just fight them in a Chaos Infusion. But then there's always a trick. Will respawn and will he drop it. So we can spend here like for the next coming 10 minutes or just be done soon.
Feel like dying.
Nou, die erop. Die protect. Not wat we want. So, if you say yeah, just go continue without Impel, no. Just no. Impel is too important in this run to just ignore it. Because it is actually pretty good.
Who will be reborn? Evil has a price.
Imperial, nice, we can continue. Luckily it didn't take that long. So Imperial just is basically if you inflict it to an enemy, all the resistance will just go to normal. Absorptions will go to resistance, and if they are normal to certain spells like fire, thunder, it will go to weakness. And they can be really effective against all enemies. So that's why it is important and just a great damage multiplier. Totally in combination with the Water God's bracelet. You just picked up because we have just a standard end spell. So now we are just in the second ruin, and we have to pick up the second tablet here. Now we're going to do a little menu, because the stuff that we picked up, like Blizzava, Imperil, put on the water gods bracelet, switch this because it's irritating, and put on the Shadow Hunter. Now go to Houston. So we have used some new equipment, we are stronger, of course. Now to Houston to complete Snow main quest. So the ticket that we bought earlier, we are now going to use it. Also first we're going to redeem an item that we picked up earlier to Chocobo Colina. She actually is keeping a soul from Dart.
I think that things are beginning to come into focus. So Saz is looking for fragments of Dodge's soul. And one of the 5 fragments he's supposed to find is Dodge's smile.
A smile, huh? I'd like to see both of them do that again someday.
Yeah, I haven't seen Saz smile once since you met him here. Never mind smiling. He'll barely talk to you.
I don't blame him. Not with Dodge the way he is.
Like those guys,
But I
just ignore them.
laugh in the face of any disaster. The worse the situation, the more he'd joke about it. He was a great friend when you were in trouble.
And I say
But
there's
he's
some time
different now.
management,
have
as
our
you can
limits,
see in this
and
game.
he's reached his.
And
He even lost his
well,
favorite Chocobo
this day we
chick.
also need to
He
keep
doesn't
track
have anyone
of
left.
it. We can just only escape 2 battles until a certain point, and then we can just escape 0 battles. Because, or else we have used some troll. First of all, let's make it out alive here.
Here.
Double the gift.
That-
Begins only at 6 PM, so we have to wait.
Here.
So welcome in the industry area. Here we taking place with monsters that want to hit.
Okay, there's a foul sea called Pandemonium that labors away in the center of this industrial area. It is the last one of its kind in the world.
Can I reach it?
I wouldn't try. That foul sea is guarded more heavily than
Yep.
snow.
Those guys are irritating because those have a ridiculous amount of range.
You're so eager to die.
Luckily with just the buff we inflicted and the Blizzard spell that we put it on, is pretty fast dead.
Humanity wouldn't last long
So
without
on
it.
this place I only can escape just 2 battles because I don't want to get it past after 10 o'clock. Because firework reasons.
It's an unbelievable scene, isn't it? The whole world's running out of energy. Every day it manufactures tons of food and goods, which are then distributed around the world. It produces useful goods from nothing, or so. All
Ring,
of the goods
ring,
produced by the
interrupting by
foul sea come
yourself,
first
ring,
to
ring.
these warehouses. This is where everything is sorted and accounted for. Then they're distributed
Don't
throughout
obstruct
Yusnan,
So
Luxurian.
this guy sells bravery potions and we're going to buy 2 of them. One for a certain boss and one for the final
So
boss.
the foul sea here is the only source of food and materials left for the people in the cities. If Lord Snow were so inclined, he could
Ah, missed.
Keep going along this path and you'll reach the Augur's Quarter. My sensors are picking up chaos infusions throughout the city.
So
If
we
you
have
keep
to
going
just
that
go
way, you'll end up in
walk
danger.
through this corridor
Not a
to
whole
the end
lot
of,
of other options.
of it and then fight the mini
Light,
boss.
this is bad. The chaos just keeps on spreading. It's almost as if it gets stronger the more people come to the rebels. But why
You
would it?
spawn literally in a wall.
Chaos feeds on despair, right? These people come to the revels knowing they're...
So now we have our giant body and Cyclops. Some walrus potion first for some extra
This'll do.
stuff.
Evil has a
Rebirth.
price.
database checks on the warehouses around
Okay.
here, but I can't
Cycle
tell
was
who
dead,
owns most of this
and
stuff.
he dropped an like an item for us, not the item we wanted. So we can drop magnet, and it's actually a pretty good spell we can use for a certain enemy we have to defeat later. But since we didn't even get magnet, we have to use the backup threat. It's a bit slower, but
That
doable.
ID that you got your hands on was assigned to a high-ranking citizen. It should be more than enough to get you
But
into
we
the
will see
Arbiter's
that
quarter.
now later, because it is
I guess
kind of on the end of the
original
run.
owner had the bad luck to run into a hungry monster, and well, I don't really have to spell out the rest, do I?
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, XIII branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself.
The door is locked.
So now we got an ID card to grab from a skeleton, and so we can just legitimately enter the Arbiter's quarter, like the place of the witch, and where we easily can just go to snow.
The front gate. You should head to the Arbiter's quarter.
Of course, it doesn't come with
before you
it.
start to the palace. That golden statue is a symbol of Kirsten's wealth and power.
The Recreation and Leisure Committee encourages visitors to visit all the attractions our city has to offer. Thrills,
So now we're here, and the plan is to just blow up the statue in the middle to create a bridge. That's why we need the fireworks.
enjoy yourself.
Also
The
amazing,
cargo
so
line
no
is
attention to
Plan
the
to work,
road.
you'll need help from the theater people.
Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the Savior was involved.
If you want to know
The
about
palace has been
fireworks,
locked down
I guess you should
for
talk to an
30
expert.
and the distribution of
I
supplies
suggest
has
that you
been
go and find the
temporarily
pyrotechnician's crew chief.
Got the boss note, so now can just collect a lot
The
of
cargo
fireworks.
line has been severely damaged in an
You're gonna need a
accident.
lot of fireworks to bring
Investigators
down that
are currently
set.
assessing the damage.
Go and gather
Early
up all the
indications are that
firepower
the
you can
woman
find.
calling herself the Savior was involved.
Is
The
it
palace
just my
has been locked
imagination,
down
or are
for
you looking
security
forward to this
measures,
just
and
a
the
little?
distribution of supplies
Perhaps
has
the
been
chaos
temporarily limited.
Now it's time to just collect more
Currently
fireworks.
assessing the damage.
Once you've got all the
Early
fireworks you
indications
need,
are that the
come
woman
back
And
here
the thing is,
with
you have to
the
walk the route what I'm going
Palace
to
is
walk now.
broadcast through the Public Safety
At least
Office,
2 or 3
XIII
times.
branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Quality here.
So for this guy here, that's why I actually we don't want to escape 2 or more levels, because he's going to fire the fireworks around 10. If it passes, it's bad, we don't get fireworks. So if you don't get the fireworks, well, there is some backup, but it's longer and slower. Of course it's slower.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety.
Also do here some last shopping. And buy a really good weapon and use some light ray to shoot. You get Topicos, Tornaville, Kiki, Second Gauntlet, Night Lotus, and you will get a Chocobo head. If you ask what does the Chocobo head, nothing is used for fashion. Always in every
So
run I
it's
do
just some fairy
Chocobo head.
tale?
Always. Chocobo head is just glorious.
The land they're said to inhabit in the legend is called Eorzea.
Eorzea, huh? Sounds nice enough. Maybe I'll get to see it someday if it exists.
The guards are still after us, so we have to just run by.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, XIII branch of the Order of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed
avoid that kid because he's a pickpocket. And he can steal fireworks. And we don't want that, of course.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office.
I think you finally got enough fireworks. Take them back to the boss in the honors quarter.
Of Salvation. A warrant has been issued for the arrest
And yes,
of
there's
the
a lot of noise always going on in XIII. A lot of announcements and music and whatever.
The arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior.
The fireworks boss is at the launch site and dispatched with God. First, you need to deliver the fireworks to him.
What do you need? I'm busy.
Now go to talk to the director again. And the thing is, we want a part in the play that's going to happen. Because we want to be on statue before it blows up. In order to get a part in the play, we have to win it
So
twice.
the director wants you to win at the arena
In the
so you can
slaughterhouse.
play.
Because,
How
well,
about
more
that?
cheap. Win it
Easy for
twice
you
in the
to say.
slaughterhouse.
Right. Head to the arena and get yourself a costume. If you don't hurry, you might not make today's finale.
I've been asked
Also,
out.
of course, he needs to be in specific dress. So, not every dress will work. Only that specific dress.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, XIII branch of the Order of Salvation.
If you run, you'll end up being trapped.
The arrest of
You
the
need to
woman
fight.
calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
If you don't bring past these
Also, I have
guards,
now
you
some
won't be
time
able
to
reach
use
the
escape battles until at least 2 AM, because at 3 AM the play will begin. So I don't really have to worry about it.
It's almost time for the finale. First, you have to join the
It's now
slaughterhouse.
time to slaughter some enemies.
Go.
For the dress it has 3 rounds. And it begins of
This
course
is
with
the
the
future.
enemies.
You're so eager to die.
Good families.
So you.
Okay, second round.
Idiot.
And that will be an Anubis that we have
Go
fought
on.
like in the tutorial. Of course he's stronger and we have to do some more stuff like debuffing and bad spells.
I will fight evil.
And that.
You threw your life away. You made it through the.
Now we got to fight assaulters,
Go
the
on.
mini boss that we fight in the prologue. Also of course with pack
I'm ready. Are you?
So debuff.
Eyes to the future.
Basically the first part
I will
a
fight
lot of the
evil.
same as the Anubis, but we're doing 2 more spells so we get a tremendous power boost when he's getting second. So he will be used that in 2 strings.
I applaud.
Also, we're going to fight
That's a dress
here
that will
again.
truly-
Because there's a fragment for Darch here. And that also involves killing assaulters, so basically the same fight.
I'll see you in the new world. You think you can be forgiven? Now. You never stood a chance.
So now we have that.
That was a.
So you say goodbye to the Woodland Walker and say hello to the dress we will be walking in for at least the rest
This is a
half of
broadcast
the
from
run.
the Public Safety
well, expect for the final 15%. So, a little thing I want to explain is maybe if you see me do that, just randomly dropping guards after just doing a finisher for an attack. That's called guard cancel. So after a finisher, you will just have a little resting animation. Then you can continue. If you do like a guard spell immediately after that, or just in general guard move, you will just drop that animation and just can go immediately do your attack. So that's also good for staggering, doing way faster blitzes instead of just waiting and just continue. So I will be just doing that a lot.
A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Also, the chocobo head makes a dress, of course. So, now we've got the part in the play. We blow them statue, and then we can go to snow. This place I always calls Snow's Bird Palace, because for some reason the birds, a lot of birds, and they are fast and annoying, and I can't escape them because, well, on this place I can just escape 0 field dodges. Because I don't have enough time for that.
That's where you'll find Snow.
Visitors are
He's heading
Bird.
to the throne room to see.
Also a lot of tap noises because Hughes. No birds. Good. Yeah.
Chaos infusions are appearing faster than I can keep track. There are
So if you notice, yes, this is the first tutorial place
Watch out
of
for monsters. And remember,
the game.
be careful.
So I have to just maneuverate a little bit through that. So just a little sum up about Snow. He is using a depression and wants to kill himself by becoming a thief. But you maybe know about the other two Final Fantasy games because that plays kinda has a law in it.
Thanks to his bonds with the Foul Sea God, he's been granted special powers.
And he's
However,
tired of
in
his
return
life
for that terrible
because
power,
Sarah!
He'll turn into a monstrous thief. A
And the
beast
end of the
without a
world.
mind or a heart. That's
Etc.,
one fact I
etc.
really don't need reminding of.
Of course, we were the C1s too. All 6 of us.
Crushed under the fear of becoming Seath and cursing our fates. It was only by having each other that we made it through those horrifying days. We all shared that fate once, including Snow. I won't leave him to face it again. Not alone.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this dress has the special ability to use Fyra. And Fyra is pretty good in this game. So that's why this dress is useful and we will wear it a long time. Until like the final day, then we will switch it for better armor.
Look familiar? That's the door you couldn't get through the first time you...
Now we have an idea. We can use
You
that.
have now should unlock it. The chaos
Ah!
figure inside.
Ready to face the Angel of Death?
Okay. They can just randomly spawn for your face. And it's pretty annoying because after every single main room there's a little cutscene that plays where the terminal is for the case. And when you skip the cutscene, then it will just go back to lightning, but the camera and controls are done a little bit weird. Like I have to wait for a second and then I can just walk normally with lightning. But it's a bit so scary if there's an enemy close by, because it can then easily grab you. Those guys are not really a threat. Those are just slow. So easy to dodge. Oh. Oh! The cutscene played twice for some reason. And some funny thing is, you can nearly skip every single cutscene in this game. And you hit me.
Looking for a partner? You made it too easy.
Okay. This guy wants to sell some potions. He's just going to buy a safety potion. Because I don't want to die here. Because there's actually a pretty high chance here that you can just randomly die.
There's still several rooms that we haven't investigated yet. Why don't you check them out? I've managed to pull up a map of the palace, and there's a room ahead that seems promising.
Also,
It's labeled as Snow's Chambers.
once I use a bravery potion instead of a high potion in a run, that means I have to use some backup, but I didn't even know, so I had some trouble with the final boss.
Doesn't look very comfortable, like a
And it
cage
was
made to
not
hold
really
some
pretty,
wild
I can
beast.
say.
Why would there be such a room here? Was it meant to hold Snow, or is it to keep someone else prisoner?
So this is the last little terminal. And we have to fight two Zoltos that are guarding the door. They have Chaos Infusion, so they are also stronger.
Evil has a price.
Ow. Okay, here it is. That's why I used a safety potion, because I don't really know if I had just enough health or not to survive it. So now we have got Snow's Pendant, and of course that's the key to unlock the door. So now we can just go to Snow and fight him. Because we want Soul and save him and complete the main quest. And guess what Snow is weak to? Of course, fire. Because he's Snow. So first, of course, we're going to debuff him.
You're asking me to kill you? Time to repent.
Use an and fire potion.
Never dance with
And use
swords.
fire to stack him.
Try to keep up. Time to mix it up. I won't go easy on you.
Also, you see Snow really has plus. Plus means he is just stronger than normal. Like, I fight him pretty late in the run. So that means he just got eventually over some days he got just stronger. And it's harder to kill him down, just to balance the game a bit. But of course, we are just kinda doing OP thread, so that's not big of a deal. Going to Yacht, because we are also going to finish another side quest. No, side quest, I mean main quest. It's not from SES, and not the one we will do the day after this. It's an annoying dingus from Final Fantasy 32, named Mork. That screams a lot of Kupo. And he also have mates at the moment. So there also will be screaming Kupo Kupo. Yeah, goodbye Kupo. Don't get it, thanks. Manactons are pretty strong in this game, in my opinion. So I really don't want to get hit to them and just try to kill them. And if I escape, the day is over and I have some trouble because I really need to complete this quest now. Of course I can kind of back up it, like doing it later, but that's not ideal at all.
Transported back to the Ark.
So first for the quest here, we have to just kill those triads. Like in order, 1, 2 and 3 set of pair.
You got in my way. Try to keep
Here
up.
use no clock. Because it's as easy to just hit them all 3 with blitz.
You never stood a chance.
And when they go below 30 HP, they will just
think you can
summon
beat me?
more of them.
Evil has a price.
That's not really, you know, if I can say by myself. Okay, there it is. So that's good.
Light, you did it! You got rid of the monsters that were terrorizing the Moogles. That ought to be a weight off their minds. You should let them know right away.
Hide in smoke, talk to him. When he's going all the way to a corner, we're just going to grab his chest, because there's a healer board in it. So you will heal for more, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, your potions will last for longer. So like your Warwick's potion will last for longer than normal. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Now we got Moxel. We can end this day.
Light, you have to be in the Ark at 6 o'clock every morning to regulate the time distortion.
Yeah, if I can get a spawn, that would be nice, game. Do it the game, please. Normally you throw your Swift enemies to me, and now I have to just sit it out because it does use faster. So thank you, game.
Putting wishes in the mouths of the dead.
That's pretty low.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, and goodbye, Hope. See you later. I hope never. So now we're going back to Yacht Village again. The third time now. And from there we will go to do like the last main quest in Wildlands. Of course we have still SES to complete, but it's like the beginning and the end of like the last you will unlock. So we're going to the giant temple, and that's why we actually needed the chocobo for. Well, also for Sash to reach him, we needed the chocobo anyway. So instead of going left, we go now right, and that will lead us to Balta, a city near the temple.
Somewhere in this area stands a remote village, which is inhabited by followers of Etro.
This is also called just Door Town,
For being heretics.
because the sounds you hear here are just doors. To an arrow. Got some end potions. Now we just fly all the way to this little bit of platforming section to the temple. It's also called, for me, Hope's Pudding Tower. And you will hear and see soon enough.
Appeared in the temple, and the chaos reacted to it. Is someone manipulating the chaos somehow? Or does it actually have a will of its own? The chaos in that temple is not the normal kind. That is obvious enough.
Okay. So in this temple here lives Kaius. Kaius was from the previous game and is undying servant, well, dying servant, because, but now she's immortal with many you.
The readings are off the scale.
Also there's a lot of chaos, so you will hear Hope like this, and he will scream every single time about, "Are you still there, Light? Are you still there?" That kind of things.
I wouldn't trust your sensors to tell you what's going on.
You're probably right.
Also glorious music on this place.
The Sirius Yule. I don't know what's going on yet, but her presence here is no coincidence. She's connected with this. The unseen chaos.
So yeah, platforming in RPG.
Was his attempt to save her.
Right. The line cut out again and I couldn't get through to you.
And this is what I mean by
No need to
hope.
panic.
Well,
This is the part that stands hope.
this chaos is wreaking such havoc on my readings.
And
that I hardly know what's
this is what I
going
mean by pretty.
Sue Yule,
So
the
Hope's
girl
Pudding
who could
Tower.
see the future.
Those
Caius,
puddings
would-be guardian.
have a really
Caius
long
is
range
like
with their
you.
arms, and they
That
can
much is
really
obvious.
just attack you from a
Why
very
is
long
she
distance.
here?
And for some reason, if you're unlucky, they will spawn on every
A
single floor,
mirage conjured up by the
every
forces
single
of
corner for you.
She was reborn over and over again until Caius
And they will
managed to
screw
break
up
the
your
cycle.
life
She should be dead.
on
but
every
instead
single way.
She's alive inside this great chaos.
Even it doesn't really matter if you escape them or fight them in this place. The idea is just to leave this place with an uneven clock, like 7, 9,
Did you
11,
hear me
13.
talking to someone?
No, I just
But you
got
will
no
see that
answer
later.
when I tried to contact you, so I wondered.
So just time management in here.
The chaos
Put in.
is really something. I've never seen anything so dead. You escaped from harm, but in the outside world, a whole hour has passed already.
Also, you can use notice those are pre-recorded messages from Hope. Like normally when he talks to you here, it's all messed up and that kind of things. Like this. And when he talks about, oh, you escaped across an hour, it sounds just fine. So you use it for granted in.
For millennia, Yules were born into the world over
Oh,
and over.
Hope.
It's not as though they shared the same soul.
Being
They
lazy.
weren't the same person in every incarnation. Each Yule was different, but each of her souls was born with the very same heavy burden. And as each soul returned to the chaos, it was drawn to the others.
More burden.
Now, they've become ready to face the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Escape. How about that?
Be careful, Light. You were able to escape for now, but it lost you an hour of the world's time.
So now the goal is just climb the tower all the way to the top and talk to some Yules. Technical, they just give you a story about the past and what they are actually. But of course we can just skip everything. And because I didn't got a drop named Magnet, I have to pick up this chest for a certain enemy later. Or else I can't really defeat him. Or it just takes forever.
And in your condition, you won't survive another encounter with him. Try to heal as you go.
Oh, no pudding. Surprisingly. Also, the last place where pudding can spawn. So that's good.
Hope, listen carefully. I know whose power it was that destroyed the world. The souls of all the Yules. They've grown together like a cancer. They are the unseen chaos.
The souls of Yule. The XIII?
Yes. Those poor girls were destined to die before they could grow old. Their feelings.
So now we are
became
finally at the
part of
top.
chaos,
Took a
made
little
it
while, but
powerful,
okay.
gave it purpose. They're
And up
bending
here
it
is
to their
Karius,
will.
and we're going to
if
fight
it's
him.
released, it'll destroy everything
Well,
we're
fight?
trying to do.
I don't really want to call it a fight. Just hug it
No
in.
more destiny, no more fate. Let's end this once and for all.
Just wait for report them. And just listen to them. And he's dead. He didn't even have to say no. And as a reward for that, we get this sword, and the sword is pretty good. And to Wyvern. Normally if you fight this guy without the blitz threats, he's pretty hard, I can say. But this just makes life very easier. But anyways, we killed the guy that had a sandstorm. And we finally have done that, so we are finally going to hand over the quest. We're gonna need some days.
Good job.
And by doing that, we meet an old lady. How old? Still, she's 1500, but okay. It's our old friend, Feng.
So the boss turned out to be someone you knew, Erbayun Fang. You once fought alongside her many years ago.
You do realize that you did too, right? Yet you sure make it sound like it has nothing to do with you.
Well, yes, we did fight together once. A long, long time ago.
That's 5. From there on we will walk to the entrance of the giant ruin maze, where there's of course the thing is hiding called the Holy Clevis.
Reminds me of the old days, fighting together.
Nope, going to skip you. Also like a super boss. But anyways, about Holy Clevis, it's like a coffer that can attract dead souls to it. It can just guide them to the Ark, or a person can just destroy them all. And nobody will know about their existence. It plays later a major part in the story that I include. And you hit me.
Your escape just now cost you an hour.
Also, this hand is from a boss in 13-2, named Atlas. It's just buried here in sand. Also, I want you, because I want to be at an uneven time.
Your escape just now cost you an hour here in the world.
So now we just entering the temple ruins. Those are just a little maze. And what I was talking about, like the time. There's 2 types of doors. One is blue and one is red. And one will open at uneven times and one will open at even times. So it will create just a path that we need to walk, and at one certain point we need to have it at an uneven time. Or else you can't go through. And you can do the donations if you want.
We just got a €16.66 donation from Indy saying, I had a really great weekend so far. You guys are awesome and I really appreciate that you challenge me. Or at least try to. Kappa money goes towards Murphy. To make my friend Mr. Broad happy, and I think I kinda owe him something, OPOP. And with that, the Murphy name for The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD is currently in a lead of €7.66 over Cake Fart. So if you still want to tip the odds, now is the time to do so.
If you destroy the statue, you may find treasure, or find yourself.
So yeah, anyways, if you just see, I can just jump through 2 skeletons instead of just taking them down and having a chance to fight them.
You can't even date them with all your technology?
Chaos has distorted both space and time. We can know.
It's hard to believe that up until 13 years ago, Vanille and I were stuck in that crystal pillar. It was a long sleep. Well, hell, it's been hundreds of years since the days we fought together as Lassie. And before we met, I was stuck in another
dang crystal.
Lightning, over here. This door doesn't seem right to me. Come here and check it out, will you?
So this door needs a special key for that. And the key is we have to collect first 3 tablets. We have already collected 2 of them, but they need to be placed first to get the key part. So that's why we are collecting the tablet parts first. And then we can just go and place them. Expect for the last one, but that will make sense later.
Without a special crux designed for such a purpose. Find that crux. Light, are you keeping an eye on your surroundings? That crest marks another seal, but I think you'll be able to break it with your powers. And the crux, of course.
Activating this because this will open a certain door.
You've nearly reached one of the galleries. You should find a mural of the gods there. Be on guard, though.
A good bandit always is, right?
Place the first tablet. If you place them, you will get a little bit of piece of lore about the old gods, like Atvo, Pulse, Lindsay, and eventually Benevolso.
But why did they awake now? There are 3 murals, so you'll need to find 3 tablets to see them all. You have to raid all 3 shrines if you're gonna get the tablets you need.
Of course, we weren't just sleeping away our days in that pillow. Hardly. We could feel what was going on in the world, though it all seemed like some sort of hazy dream. We saw you disappear.
This guy is walking away, dus so just... Oh, hey, maybe. Oh, wow. And this is... Wink.
You made it too easy.
You couldn't imagine how we felt while we just watched as the world slowly crumbled apart, unable to do a damn thing. Like a nightmare you couldn't wake up from.
Collect his catalog. You also have to equip that later. I think I messed up a little bit with the healer's lore. I think the collector's catalog is just extending the life of the buffs you have on. Also, a thing I also just want to notice in advance, we can have at maximum 5 debuffs and buffs at the same time. So just to know.
Let's have some fun.
Because later there is a little thing we need to play around with buffs and
Your
debuffs.
escape just now cost you an hour here in the world.
Also, this is the door that needs to have an even time. If it is like an even time, it's closed and we can just continue. We have to wait. There's no like a way around it. Don't need to pick up that alchemist stress because we have enough.
You know, we were holding up half the world when we were in that pillar. We saved humanity. Not like it's something I can brag about, though. It wasn't heroic at all. It was more like atonement for all we'd done wrong before. No, not even that. There's no amount of atonement that will ever make right all the deaths we caused, all the lives that were destroyed. I know Vanille worries about that too. Hey, Lightning, you feeling this? The air's different in here. I think we're close. We have to be. This heavy, cold atmosphere. It's got to be the power of the Clavis. What?
Okay, dit was tablet 2. And it opens a certain door near the giant altar door.
The souls of the dead crying out in their despair.
And we're back to Roof again. Because we're going to pick up the last tablet. Also, we're going to hand over the soul seed we collected earlier. Because those guys are holding a soul fragment for Dart.
If any of those rookies...
Looks like you had yourself. And come in.
Moving time to 5. Because we're going to pick up the tablets, escape from battle, and then end today.
It's almost time to transport
So we
you
have
back to
also
the
back
Ark
used
to
our
recalibrate the time distortion.
EP. I'm still wondering how she can slide in a dress with heels in a sense. Also that one giant ball was once in Felsi, like a Satan demigod or something from the first tuning game. Also, for some reason, this is the longest corridor to get a tablet. It's amazingly long.
There's really not much time left until you need to return to the Ark.
Also do some little bit of manuing because going to chase to Awoga. Get in here that kills revenge. Okay. So I just equipped the Awoga over the Blizawa because we're going to fight an enemy after this day that's where Awoga is actually a pretty good spell to use. Magnet that we didn't sadly got from the random drop is actually way better, but this also works.
Welcome back.
And Biope. Twee floods. Ends. Here West and Cactar. And Cactar with an afro. Yes. It has an afro. The Cactar is an afro indeed. And for some reason, because it has the soul of Dutch. And it is immune to everything. So every single spell you hit is one. But with Awoga it will do more damage than just at one time. Wow. So we do here a lot, but I mean a lot of card cancelling and Awogas. Good. I got a fragment for success. Also the last fragment for him. And I still got 3 ATB, so I can just teleport out of here. Back to Rovian. So now we end today. And we enter this place later because then we have full EP. Then we will fight the boss for the Dead Dunes, then hand over SAS fragments, and then we have done all the main quest. And then you will see later what we will do then.
How's life on the surface?
Still Tower Warhope. Goodbye.
It'll whip you off in a flash.
So this door opened here when we placed 2 old tablets. The last place opened, so we're going to place the tablet that we just collected here. And then we get the final piece for the key.
The Order wishes for the Soul Song. If it might save the souls of those... The completed crux should open the sacred gate. You've almost made it to the holy clavis itself. But be careful. The Order has... I'm picking up a huge energy source from within the sacred gate. It's just like Feng said. The clavis lies before you. It's close. It may have further protections.
We finally made it. Yeah, we've gone and done it. No
So
way
here's
to
the
go
Clavis,
forward now.
but the Order, the guys, the evil guys to be honest, are came here and sent the monster to us. Horrendous.
Don't let your guard down.
He's pretty ugly. So here we're going to use the arrow potion. Stagger him. Yeah, well, this poison. And he's dead. 30 seconds. Ah. If you want, you can just tweet some donations.
We just got a €3.34 donation from Zeta saying, seems like I need to fix the total again, so here's some money, put it towards Murphy. And with that, Murphy now has an €11 lead over Cake Fart. So if you want to still have the name for Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD being Cake Fart, you're about €11 off. So let's keep those donations coming.
So now we're going to hand over the last main quest for Saz. We have all his souls, well, all Dodge's souls. We've put it in a coffer and Dodge will awake. Like, he's awake for once in the series. You got some stuff. And now the most hyped part of the run comes. Sleeping. And I mean literally sleeping, because we're going to just sleep the days away until the last day. You've done so much, Lightning needs a nap.
Good to see you again.
So if you guys have something to talk about, go ahead, because there's literally nothing to see here for the next coming 5 minutes. Loading teksten wel.
So there's a few things that I want to mention while we need to fill up some time. First and foremost, BSG Annual will be coming up fairly soon. I'll post the links to that in chat. Submissions for that are currently open. So if you're not in the Netherlands but you do want to visit a BSG, be sure to get yourself over to BSG Annual. It's going to be a full week marathon running from August 19th through August 26th. So yeah, get your submissions in for that. Or if you just want to attend, tickets for that will be opening on May 1st. So that'll be, in about a week from now. All the info for that on the forum. As I said, I will link that in just a little bit. Now, there are a few other things that I quickly want to mention. We've got a couple of bid wars still open. And, well, first and foremost, the Kill and Save the Animals currently has a giant lead on saving the frame. Am I saying that correct? Yeah, on saving the frames, which is currently at 188 euros and 92 cents compared to saving the animals, which is currently at 111 or 113 euros and 26 cents, giving killing the animals a 75 euro and 66 cent lead. Now, if that wasn't enough, we got some new donations coming in right here. First and foremost, we have an 11 euro and 2 cents donation from Jasper saying, "Indy, I heard you were not done yet. Let us see a small taste. Also, Zita, how about the total?" But that total has already been fixed because Mr. Kvicker just donated 50 euros and 9 cents, saying, "Hey Zita, is this fixed enough for you? 1111.11. I'll leave the decision of that one up to Zita with that, and I will need to quickly recheck to make sure that did not change anything in the file name. Currently, the file name for Murphy actually took a giant lead. Jasper tried to tip the favors in towards Cake Fart, but with that donation from Mr. Kvicker, Murphy is currently at 197 euros and 27 cents. Over Cake Fart being at 147 and 19 cents, so 50 euros and 8 cent difference there. Now, if you still want to tip the favors in front of such names as my name is, that's currently at 60 euros and 90 cents, so you can also still do that. You need about 130 bucks for that. So, it's not too late just yet. Of course, all money, or 75% of all your donations will be going directly to the Dutch Cancer Society, an organization working on both the prevention of cancer as well as curing it, as well as helping those suffering from the disease. So definitely another good reason to donate. So yeah, keep them coming.
Good news, we're done with sleeping. Indeed. Now it's time for the final day and preparation for the final boss. First of all, pick up this chest because there's a decoy in it. Spoiler alert, decoys are broken on 60 FPS. So, also nice to know. Now I picked up some outfits that are like we got on the beginning of the game, but now they are way stronger. So we will change this for this. The Kiki. Wolf's Emblem. Healer's War. Type news. Thunder. You get better X. You need this one and you need this one. Menus are hard. Okay, those got everything. Still keeping the chocobo head because fashion. So, time's up, the chaos is going to roll out all over the world, and the Bannerville is nearly done with building a new world. But Vanille, or Giant Fangs Vanille lady from the first game, is going to destroy all souls because she feels guilty and she thinks she's doing the right thing, but she is tricked, so we're going to stop her. But first, let's break through those guys, because they don't let us in. And I killed 3 reinforcements. That means I have to fight some extra. Okay. Like, you can get reinforcement skip, so you only have to fight 2 guards, but most of the time I just get reinforcements, so I have to fight like 4. Kinda annoying, but it only loses like 30 seconds or something. No big deal. Yep. So now we are like in the sanctuary, and we have to go all the way down because there's Vanille with some other people, and we have to stop her.
I promise I won't let your wishes die here. I can't be late. I have to make it.
Oh wow! To be honest, I never got hit by those guys. But luckily, their time's up, there's no time anymore in this world. We can just escape whatever we want. And more monkeys.
Great. The dead are being summoned already. The chanting is getting louder. I must be getting close.
And guess who he is? Yep, Fang is here.
I should have guessed.
Going to fight this guy.
Almost missed the part. I could use a good fight. I will fight evil.
And we're going to finish him in style. Smack his booty. Smack it. Good. Still, we have to fight those two guys. Set. Thank you.
Benevelza, you took everyone. Are they hostages?
Now
To
all
keep
our
me
friends
in
gone
line?
because the
I don't
gods
care if
took
you're
all
God
them,
himself.
all the
I'm
bodies.
taking them back. I swear to you.
Now she's angry, and we're going to fight the god. Because we don't need gods. Lightning! I want stuff. And an explosion and a Phoenix Zone. Because this boss can be a little bit scary sometimes. People, it is time for the final boss. Yes, Hope is hanging there, and no, he's not the final boss. Hope is not the final boss. Hope just got killed by the god itself. Okay, anyways, final boss. Hi, say hi to Benevelza. So I told you first about the debuff and buff limitations. First we're going to throw an hero potion. Get Wavy back on a good place and throw an end spell. Now it is just doing a little bit of rotating between the spells, heavy slash attack, and go to stack in. Smacking. Okay, second phase. He's in total of 4 phases. So now this phase, he is more magic oriented than melee. So first of all, we're going to back up all the way to this place and throw a decoy. Because of a 60 FPS glitch, he is fall through the ground and he is nearly invincible. So now we just can't get hit. Because 60 FPS is broken in this game. So first of all, he's just going to throw some magic and the balls will explode soon. Then the interesting part will happen on this phase. So now the balls are exploded and he will choose an element. And of course an ice spear, but that's the worst. So the thing is, don't use ice spells on him. And just pray to God you will kill him before he will do his special attack. Good, I survived that. Now he's going to more on an aggressive stage. Like Vulcan, melee, a lot of AoE damage. He can be really scary in this phase. Because even he will still try to hit Mok. With his AoE damage he can just do a lot of damage to you. And can even juggle you. Doing.
Try to keep up.
If I take too long on this phase, you can use XIII, or even worse, a supernova explosion, and that will just kill everybody. There's no escape from that. But he's really nice at the moment, because behind him is the rest phase. Last phase, aka Orphan 2 phase. Now it's just a case of stagger him really quickly before he kills you. Just stagger him with spells, it doesn't matter, just kill him before he does just ultimate crappy spells to you. Thank you. We are in. Now he's just staggered and he'll do a tremendous amount of damage. If he wasn't staggered, you would do just like 1, maybe 2 amount of damage per slash. And time is coming up. That's a pretty good winning time. And time. I wish. No, my PB is like 214. World record is like 206. So yeah, there was Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII, it's back into store. Benevel says that we live in a new world, Lightning is happy, maybe. So yeah, I'm done here. Thank you for watching.